Hi, everybody. This is your girl, your best friend, Erica Michelle. Glad to be here with you tonight. I'm so excited about our show. We have Nita B on the line. Hi, Nita. How are you?
Good evening, everyone. I am well. How are you this evening, Miss E? What's going on?
I'm good. I'm a little tired tonight, but that's okay. We gonna keep it.
We're gonna push right on through this.
We gonna push right on through
Happy
this.
Saturday night.
Happy Saturday. I did have a very busy week, but it was a good week, productive week. So
Good.
I am glad to be here. How was your week today? You do anything exciting, anything new?
Nothing really exciting or new. You know, just the same old work. This week was kind of mellow for me, which was good. I kind of really needed it. Kind of change the pace, slow it down a little bit. But it was a good week, though, for sure.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it was a good week for me too. My
Good.
kids had a half a day Friday, so I picked them up and brought them back to work with me. Well, I brought Miracle back to work with me, so that was cool to hang out with her at work. Well, other than that, nothing life changing went on. So
right.
tonight, I don't know if Dot's with us yet. Dot, are you with us yet? If you are, say amen. Oh, he'll pop in, I'm sure. So we're going to keep it moving. Tonight we are talking about stereotypes. So we're talking about stereotyping, and kind of dealing with it on so many different levels. So forgive me if I end up all around the world and back. Just roll with me with this, because I had a lot of scenarios on my mind to discuss with, and I couldn't really narrow it down. So I just said we'll just go. We'll go with the flow and see where it takes us, and if we have any engagement, we'll go with that as well. So by definition, stereotype is a widely held but fixed and oversimplified image or idea of a particular type of person or thing. And then it also says, in social psychology, a stereotype is an overgeneralized belief about a particular category of people. Stereotypes are generalized because one assumes that the stereotype is true for each individual person in the category. Now, I know I probably did not need to do that, but I know a lot of people, I really believe in defining words, like breaking them down to what they really mean. So that's what stereotype means. I just find it that, and I think I'm probably gonna go into judgment as well as we talking about stereotyping. I'm probably gonna go into judgment because I believe that I'm no doctor or anything like that, but I just my personal opinion is that they kind of go hand in hand.
Yeah.
And you believe that?
Yeah, I can see that for sure.
And then, by definition, judgment means the ability to make considered decisions or come to a sensible conclusion, or a misfortune of calamity viewed as a divine punishment. So I think because sometimes we stereotype people, we therefore do make a judgment and give our own personal punishment to people sometimes, to people in situations. Particularly, not just, of course, the obvious with race and people, have a lot of stereotypes. And we can make fun later on as we, because there's some fun stereotypes of different, races or whatever that you still kind of have to be careful with. But in general, sometimes stereotyping people becomes offensive. And so what led me to want to talk about this tonight is that I think when we're looking at religion, and I'm going to be real careful with this because let me just say my intention is not to offend or anybody, but just to have a conversation. I think when we're looking at religion, it's a lot of stereotyping, and it's a lot of judgment going on. So the stereotype of a typical Christian is that, you go to church, you come, every Sunday, maybe Wednesday or whatever, and for Bible class, and you go to Sunday school on Sunday, and that's your typical Christian. They don't cuss, they don't they don't do none of the extra stuff, what people would call worldly. So they don't cuss and listen to certain music. And right now, this is the stereotype. So this is what I'm saying the stereotype for a typical Christian is. And I don't know a lot about a lot of different religions. I know that that's the stereotype. So, that's just like a couple of basics. Then, you have the Muslim faith. I know a little bit about that. The stereotype, most commonly in the world is that we need to sometimes, depending on what type of Muslim they are, we either fear them because of 9/11, or we think they're a certain way, or they all act this way, or they never show their face, or what have you. It's just a lot of different stereotypes about them. But I think nowadays in society that we get so hung up on stereotypes that it goes into judgment so quickly, and it can really be hurtful to people.
Yeah, I think it's a judgment clouder, like it clouds people's judgment.
The stereotype clouds people's judgment.
Yeah, the stereotypes. Yeah. Yeah. Mhm. To be judged based off of the stereotype, because the stereotype is usually a falsity. You know what I mean? Most times it's not necessarily true. So to judge people off of that and to decide how you choose to interact with people based on something that most likely is not true is a very clouded judgment.
And that's the absolute truth. And that's why I said this was going to take me into judgment, because and I've gotten to I get inboxes all the time. So I've gotten to the point where I'm not really doing any more explaining. So I've had people question if I believe in God, if I'm still a Christian, if I'm worshiping the devil. Like I get inboxes about that. So this one particular inbox, I think I had cussed on my page, which I do often because I am a cusser. And I think I had cussed, and a gentleman inboxed me and said, you should watch that. And I said, watch what? And he said, the cussing. And I said, why? And he said, because I just never heard you talk like that before. And I said, that's because you don't know me. And this is a thing that I was in a business with. I was in the same business with him, but he really didn't know me. He was seeing me maybe one or two times or whatever. We've never had any physical interaction or anything like that. He just know me from Facebook. And then I said, and if you did know me, you would know. If you followed me, not just pop in and pop out, you would know every now and then I'm a cuss. And then, and that's what I told him. I said, well, I'm a cusser. And he was like, well, you can get your point across without cussing. Like, he really, was going to bat for it. And I said, yeah, you're absolutely right, but sometimes I choose to and sometimes I choose not to. And so, as we stated in the beginning, as you stated, sometimes the stereotype can be a falsity because I know a lot of Christians, quote-unquote Christians, that go to church every time the door opens but still smoke, still light their cigarette up in the parking lot, still do whatever they want to do, but they do show up every time the door is open. And so that's why I don't like, and so and that was one instance. And then I made another post, and then I had somebody ask me, was I still a Christian? And I had to think about that real hard because it doesn't matter what answer I give you. To me, at this point, you've already made your opinion. You've already stereotyped me because of either something that you saw me do or something that you heard me say or something like that. So it doesn't really matter the answer that I give you. And at the end of the day, I'm a good person. So that's going to be my future answer to all of these questions, to all of these people who are concerned and questioning what's going on. I'm a good person, and at the end of the day, that's all that matters. I'm not out here hurting anybody. I'm not out here doing people wrong. I ain't beating nobody up upside the head. And so we have to learn to embrace people and get the stereotype of how you're supposed to act around them or how you're supposed to behave around them or how we are supposed to come together and be around people without stereotyping them or judgy. And I lost my train of thought that quick. I was going somewhere with that, Nita.
Yeah.
Go on and say something, yeah.
I said because it definitely happens, but I was just going to say that, being a Christian is not just about, it has a lot to do with it, but it's not just about going to church. You know what I mean? Nowadays, it's like I show up to church, I go to church, that means that I'm a Christian, I'm a believer. Yeah, you are a believer, but you could be a believer and not necessarily attend service every Sunday. Some people choose to go once a month. You know what I mean? That doesn't make you any less of a Christian. Yeah, your attendance in church, any more or less of a Christian, your attendance in service.
Right. That's true. That's true. That's true. But stereotypically, the a Christian goes to church every Sunday. They
and just because you go to church every Sunday don't make you a Christian. Because there's a lot of people who go to church every Sunday, and still are conflicted about what they believe and what they think and who God is to them, and don't really necessarily have a relationship with God. But they go to church every Sunday. Every Sunday. People go to church every Sunday and be drunk every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Be drunk as a skunk, but they go to church every Sunday.
And again, this is not
it's just not what being a Christian is. Right, exactly.
Yeah.
It's really to get rid of the stereotypes that because you're a Christian, this is what you do and this is what you don't do. As a Christian, what you do is you have faith. As a Christian, you keep the faith. You maintain the faith.
That's true. That's true. And other areas that was concerning me this week about stereotypes, as I follow a lot of mothers, and I think rather than say stereotype, I think I've been more concerned on judgment. If I'm being honest, it hasn't really been stereotyping, but really just judgment, a lot of judgment going on. And I was reading a post. I follow a lot of women, like I said, I deal with a lot of women all the time. And it was a mother, and she just had made a joke like, look, has anybody ever just woke up one day and said, you know, forget these kids, forget the husband, forget the bills, forget the mama, forget everybody. I'm done. I'm done. I want out. And I responded. I was like, yes, I'm one of them. I told my 14-year-old the other day, look, you just be glad you're here, okay? Because I'm about ready to get a one-bedroom apartment and send y'all with y'all sister. Because you get like that sometimes, but especially now with social media, women. Not that it's even a stereotype, but we're made out to have to just be these superheroes and judge based on if we not or not, you know. And I was telling my friend the other day, I had to call my son's school and say, hey, I'm just checking to see is he good? Because I've had a lot going on, and I know I haven't seen him doing no homework, but I just want to make sure he's good. Teacher was like, yeah, he good. So we had those moments where we just be like, and I know me, for one, I have 4 children, as you know, and I've always enjoyed being a mother. I've never, and I still do. And I'm not saying I don't enjoy being a mother, but I always enjoy being a mother. But being like newly kind of free and stuff like that, it's like, okay, this taking a long time to be over with, and not that it's nobody's fault but my own. But I'm like, okay, let's hurry up and get this ball rolling. When will I be really free for real? And so I think we got off track, but
never.
But yeah, it's just like we are judged. Oh, you got to be this perfect mom. You got to be this. You got to do that. You do homework with the kids. You're home by 8. You don't go nowhere. You don't do nothing. And that has never been a problem with me before because, you know, I had their father and all of that with me, and so I've never really cared about doing a lot of extra stuff. But now that I'm doing extra stuff, it's like, okay, where y'all going tonight? But yeah, so I think it's just with social media is making a lot of people feel judged, feel stereotyped, and all kind of sorts of things. Even in the media, with everything is going on, you know, with losing Nipsey, just most recently, he was judged on so many levels. May he rest in peace. He was judged on so many levels, just based on appearance, based on prior life, affiliations, and so he had to work extra hard not to continue to be the stereotypical gang banger and black.
Girl, I blocked somebody for talking trash about him the other day.
Yeah.
I had to block them. I can't have that energy on my timeline.
Yeah, it gets deep.
Not gonna do that.
I don't read a lot of it, and I was talking to somebody today about it, and, you know, I don't do the news, and I typically don't even do a lot if it's not business related or my personal life. I don't do a lot of scrolling through Facebook. So a lot of things, like my friend be like, did you see this? Did you see that? I'm like, no, I didn't see it. Y'all got to tag me in it or something, because I'm not just going to go looking for the story of the day, just because it can get crazy. So yeah, that was a very sad event this week, and I think that's what prompted me to think about people who get stereotyped, and it's just really, really sad that we can eliminate a lot of good people from our. Let's just take our co-host Dot. So when you know Dot from New York, he's silly, he's free, black man, got the beard, he keeps a
annoying.
His head. Annoying. But and I was telling somebody, but he is the most sweetest, the most caring. Like when he cared for you, and that's why I'm so thankful. I know, right? That's why I'm so thankful that he is part of our little crew here, because, and I really, I wish he could have been here to talk about this stereotype with us today, because I am like 95% sure, amongst just being a black man and with appearance and stuff like that, he got the tattoos, he can be wild sometimes, that he definitely gets stereotyped a lot, amongst other things that I was just going to let him talk about regarding his personal life. But, yeah, that it's just that what if I would have been like, no, look at him, he ain't going to be right, he ain't going to do right. And we did have to coach him. We did. Now, don't get me wrong. We do have to have some come to the light meetings with Doc, but he has done a phenomenal job, and he has came a long way. We were worried about, we all were worried about our mouth, making sure we don't do something, say something crazy. So that wasn't just on him. That was on us, all three of us. We were worried about if we would get beeped out the way. But I think
I worry about that every Saturday night before I get on. I'm like, because I like go over the show in my head. I go over the show in my head, and I'm like, oh no, girl, you can't say that word.
Yeah, I do too. And then so I know our our producers and our team in the background are really thankful that they haven't had to send no yo messages to us in regards to our mouth. I want to talk also about in regards to stereotyping business and the stereotypical backlash some type of businesses get. So this is just, I'm going to use me as an example. So just let's say I'm in network marketing and sales, direct sales, which I was telling somebody, they was like, is it fun? Is it this? And I'm like, yeah, it's fun. You get to talk to a lot of people. You meet about a lot of people. But in my business, in network marketing, period, the industry is so stereotyped that most of them are scams, most of them don't work, most of them are this, most of them are pyramid schemes, this business, this industry, you have to literally love, because this is the only industry and the only self-employed, not only, but one of the most talked about types of self-employment that's out here. In the network marketing industry, I'm almost positive I can say we as a whole get told no more times than probably any other entrepreneurial business out here. That we probably get told no, and we have a thing in the industry, you get 100 no's, you get your yes. But we probably get told no more than any, but we are rejected so much. So if you don't have a tough skin, that's a hard industry to be in. The stereotype of it is that it's not profitable. It is a scam. It is a pyramid scheme. You won't make no money. Only the people at the top make money. I can go on for days. But that is just so not true. It's with any business that you start, you yourself are handed tools, and you have to work the tools. If you do not work the tools, you simply will not make money. And that's with a brick and mortar. That's with anything. That's even with school. They give you a free education all you want to, but if you go to school every day and don't do nothing, what's gonna happen? You're not gonna learn nothing. You're not gonna graduate. You're not gonna be successful. That's the same with network marketing. If you do not put out there a work ethic that will bring you value back, you will not be successful. That's just it. It doesn't have to do with it being a scam. And I'm not saying there are not scam businesses out there, but I'm saying is that all of them are not scams. As long as you have a viable product and that a tangible product, you can profit. And so I hate to see where people are so closed-minded because it's just direct. You can put network marketing on it. That's what it is. But it's just direct sales. People do. Back in the day, the insurance man used to come to your door, knock on your door. You see movies. I didn't experience it because I'm not old. Well, I'm not old enough, I don't think, to have experienced it. But I know I've seen in movies or whatever, insurance man, or I've heard stories. They go door to door. They went door to door, selling vacuum cleaners, selling encyclopedias, selling whatever. That was network marketing. If they didn't make a sale, they didn't eat. That's the same with network marketing. If you don't get out there and work your business, you will not eat. And so, we could go on and on and on forever about that. But I did want to point out the business aspect of stereotyping with network marketers because I am a network marketer. And I just think that or direct salesperson, we don't get a fair share in the industry, in the business industry, and unless you make yourself serious, you will not be taken serious. People will not take you serious if you don't make it serious. Make it, a serious thing to do. So that's all I have to say about that. But we're gonna take a quick break, and come back, and we're gonna chat with you guys some more.
Yeah. And we're back.
Okay, and we are back. Are you there, Nita? Can you hear me?
Yes, we are back. We are back.
Having some technical difficulties.
Indeed, we are all together now. Okay. So yes, there are so many stereotypes in business.
One moment, everybody.
Yes, you got it? Okay.
Okay, so we are back. I apologize for that, having some slight technical difficulties, but I am back. So we talked about stereotyping. We talked a little bit about judgment and how they go hand in hand. Are you there, Nita? Have we fixed
Yeah, I'm here. Yeah, I was just saying that, and as can you hear me?
Nita's with me. That's okay.
But can you hear me? No?
When everything is fixed on her end. So we're going to move right along. What
hello?
else I wanted to talk about tonight is we were going to talk a little bit about relationships and people having closure and what closure means. And I wanted to touch on that because I'm finding out in this new world of dating for me that either I communicate too much or men are just not big on communicating. And so I wanted to talk about that for a little bit. I'm finding that, and I'm sorry, you guys, I'm pausing. We're definitely having some issues right now, but hopefully I'm going to keep talking and hopefully everybody can hear me. Nita's saying she is talking, but I can't hear her, and I don't think the audience can hear her as well, but that's okay. We'll figure it out in the back.
Okay, Erica, can you hear me?
So I'm finding that
no, hello?
That men are not communicating in relationships, and I'm hearing that a lot. Okay. What a night. That's okay, y'all. That's okay. We're going to get everything together. Hello?
Yeah, Nita?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
I can hear
I'm
both.
here.
Yeah.
Okay. I couldn't hear anybody. Okay. So are we together?
Okay. Are we all back? Because I was saying we're all together. It's all good, and it was not all good. Okay. But are we better now? We're all better. Okay.
Now. That might have actually been on my end. Okay. Yeah, you gotta love technology, but that's okay.
Indeed.
So I didn't hear what you were saying. So go ahead and tell me what you were saying.
Girl. Okay. So right. No, I was just saying that it's unfortunate that when it comes to business, there's more judgment than there is support. It's very unfortunate.
Oh yeah, definitely. Definitely is more judgment than support.
And generally because of stereotypes, right?
Mainly because of stereotypes. I had a friend get a message from somebody. She was trying to send them some information about her business, and we both are in the travel industry. And so somebody sent her a message back saying, I'm not trying to knock your hustle, but I'm not never going nowhere. And I just was like, I was wowed by that statement because I hear when people talk. A lot of people don't hear when people talk, and I try my best to hear when people talk. And that was such a strong statement to me. Like, I'm never going anywhere. Like, you're never going to go anywhere. Just say no, thank you, I'm not interested. But to put that type of vibe on your own self, like you're never going anywhere, that was just so strong to me.
Yeah,
and, and she's like, she said, that's what you got out of it. She said, for me, I got out of it that he was not trying to knock my hustle. And she said, I had to tell him, it's not my hustle, this is my biz. This is
Right.
this is my livelihood. I'm not hustling out
Right.
here. I'm working.
I'm working. Right. I'm working.
Yeah, yeah. So that I didn't even hear that. I didn't hear none of that you said. I didn't know that we had even that you had even commented on that. So that was right before we went to break. So again, I apologize to the audience for that mix-up of technical issues that we had. So I had moved on. Were you able to hear me when I was talking about relationships and closure and stuff like that?
Yeah, I did hear you mention that, and I was like, "Oh, closure, that's deep." I think that's
So I said this has just been an interesting journey because I'm not in a it's nothing serious is going on anywhere, but it's sometimes you just wake up left like they left me like we don't talk no more. What's going on right now? And it's funny, but it's not funny. You know what I mean? It's like
right.
Okay, we don't talk no more. That's what's going on, and I'm so nonchalant to it because I am definitely not accustomed to like the games and how long I'm supposed to wait to call and all of this stuff or what I'm supposed to say and what I'm not supposed. I just be Erica, and then so when I wake up and I'm just left, I just be like, okay, next. Okay, I'm not gonna chase you, but if I'm left, I'm left. Let's move right along here. We can be friends, so whatever. It doesn't have to be an anger thing, and that's what I'm seeing. Like I'm also paying attention to other people's relationships a little more. Not
outlook. That's a very mature outlook.
Yeah, and like I said, I'm paying a lot of attention to other people's relationships a little more, not to be nosy or anything like that, but just watching how stuff is or is not done and, taking bits and pieces from. Yeah. So what I know, you're not out here dating or anything, but you're in a relationship. But what do you find? What feedback can you give me as a single woman? What can you tell me about closure? Or have you?
I think closure kind of depends on each person individually. I don't think there's like a general concept to closure, although I do think a lot of times people feel like they need it and then find out that they really didn't need it. And then some people just never get it, so you have to learn how to cope with, and that within itself will just have to be your closure, that I'm not going to receive that. So it's that other side, well, that's deep, because, it's such a broad subject, closure.
Yeah, to some people, I know for me, in this little journey I'm on, to me, I think I'm just looking for somebody to say, okay, no, this not working out. Let's just, either not hang out, let's shoot a hello every now and then together, but just say it ain't working out. And I'm just noticing that people are not willing to do that. I notice that people are just not willing to do that. And so I'm finding that I'm getting stronger in that area myself. And I am willing to say that this is not what I thought it was going to be, and it's time to move on.
And I think even that is for different reasons. Some people can't because they just don't have the courage to say so, and then some people don't because they fear the reaction that they'll get from the person that they're rejecting, So, there I guess a lot of different reasons to why people just can't be like, you know what, this is not working out for me. We cool, we ain't that cool,
Yeah, and then
these days a lot of people can't take it.
Yeah, usually 9 times out of 10, if it's not working out for one, it's not working out for both. If everybody would just be honest in a situation, it's not working out for both.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And you just gotta be willing to say that. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta be willing to say that and be okay with it and just move along. And that's just not with male-female relationships.
Right,
That's
dating, right.
That's also with same-sex, like friendships.
Guys,
friendship, male friendships or female friendships with each other. A lot of us females are not willing to say when a friendship hasn't ran its course. So we have to, be willing to move along and recognize when something is just not working. When you even in the middle of a conversation and like me and my mother, with me and my mother, like we could be on the phone having a conversation, or it's not just my mother, like me with anybody. And I'm learning to do that when stuff just start going south. You know what I mean? It's just like, okay, hey, we're going to take 5. We're going to start. And I say my mother because we're close and, I don't want to offend nobody else in the world who may get offended by the statement. And so I know it wouldn't offend her. But so it's right. Just that with people in general, I am learning to, like, use my words more and be aware that I don't want us to go south with this. So let's just start all over tomorrow, or let's start all over later on tonight. Even with my kids, I always want to use somebody close, because even though this happened in my friendship, I don't want to kind of put that out there, because I don't want nobody calling me talking about why I talk about them on the radio. But so with my kids, I do it with everybody now, like even with my kids. And actually, my daughter, my oldest daughter, she does it with us. If she feel like, hey, you know what, we done been around each other for like 2 days in a row. I see you Thursday. It's like, okay, enough is enough already. Like,
I need a little break. Right.
Yeah, I need a little break. And so, and I'm learning to do that more instead of just enduring, either unnecessary arguments or somebody having a bad day and y'all two come together with a conversation. The conversation goes left, and it goes left for no other reason than one of y'all just was having a bad day and taking it out on each other. So sometimes it's good to just be like, hey, yo. This ain't what we need to do right now. Let's start all over tomorrow, or start all over later on.
Not today.
And
not today.
Let's just sit this one out for a little while. And but yeah, closure, and that goes back to closure. I think the audience by now, if they listen to us every week, they are used to me being all over the place with our topics. So I come back and come back in and come back and come back in. Whatever comes to my head.
Well, I'm doing a pretty good job following you, so I think they can do it.
Right.
Right.
Well, it works for us. Right. It works for us. We have fun. Just chit chatting, and that's what I kind of wanted this show to be about. Nothing too serious that people don't want to listen, and then nothing too frivolous that people don't want to listen. I just wanted to have a show where we could sit back and chit chat about real life sometimes, and share things that we may not be able to share on a day-to-day basis, what people are talking about on a day-to-day basis with people, and so we use this platform to do so. So when at the beginning of the show we talked about exciting things, and I completely forgot that my digital, I collaborated with 120 women, and worked on a book called It Takes Money, Honey. And so that book, the digital version, came out on March 30th. And so you are able to go to Amazon to get the book. And I am going to say the link twice so that people can write it down. So to make sure that I get credit, because I am an Amazon affiliate who receives profits from Amazon. So it is https://amzn.to/2YPP as in Paul Q80. And I'm also going to put that link on my Facebook page, which is Erica Michelle. And I will also put it on our Facebook page, Living Without Excuses radio show. So the book, It Takes Money, Honey, is the digital version. The book is about women coming together, sharing an encouraging or inspirational thought about women in business and operating in their own power. A couple of days and got together. And right now we are Amazon's best-selling author, so we want to try to be that way for the next 30 days at least. So if everybody could go to my page and click on that and download a version of the digital version, and the hard copies, I'll have a date for that probably sometime next week. So that's exciting. And not only that,
we are so proud of you. Yes, go girl.
Not only that, that is actually one of 3 collaborations that I'm working on. Well, one that I just became a part of, and one that I worked on last year that is soon to come out. It's a 365-day devotional book as well, but it doesn't have a year attached to it, so you can use it year after year after year, and that's more spiritual than the It Takes Money, Honey. So it's a devotional book that actually over 300 women collaborated on, and so we had a good time doing that. And the newest one that I'm a part of, I don't want to misquote it. Let me pull it up. But it is regarding grief. And so I'm going to be sharing about my experience of my husband passing away in that book. And so I think that book is only about maybe between 11 and 15 of us, I want to say. It may be more, but I'm not for sure. Again, this is a new project that I'm working on, and so I'm just excited to be a part of that. So, yeah, I do have
good for you.
Yeah, I do have a few exciting things going on. I don't want to discredit those at all because they are really really huge. Yeah, they are really huge opportunities for me, and I definitely appreciate it. The name of the book is Your Wings Were Ready, But My Heart Was Not. So that's going to be a very, I'm really, if I'm being honest, that one I am probably going to be the most proud of. Not that I'm not proud of all of them, but that I'm sure there's going to be a lot of heart and difficult moments with the women who are part of that project, and I know that's not going to be an easy thing for people to put pen to paper about. So even though it's very exciting, I'm sure it's going to be a very challenging thing for most people. So just keep those women in that project.
Because I don't think I could do it, so I definitely take my hat off to you guys. I mean, I probably could, but I know how hard it could be. Definitely.
So I want to definitely always keep those.
I look
women,
forward to it too.
lifting up.
Absolutely look forward to
Yeah, I'm excited. So by the
Good.
end of the year, I'll have 3 collaborated books. And my friend was like, when are you going to do one just by yourself? Well, I'm not in a hurry. When it comes, it will come. It will come. It's coming. I don't want to say soon, but I have it out in the universe for something to flourish, and it'll happen. So I have to make sure I'm in the right space in my head and all of that for all of that to come out. But so yeah, I did have that to share, so I'm excited about that. So let's talk about the cruise. Are you going on the Living Without Excuses Valentine's Day cruise next year, Nita?
I would like to think yes, I am.
You would like to think yes, you are. So
yes, I'm just trying to make sure that I'll have enough time to go, and that I'll be in a good position to go at that time. Being that it's going to be in February, I think I should be fine though.
You will be. You will be. You will be. I am saying you will be okay.
I will be. Indeed.
We are not thinking we're going to be fine. We are going to be fine. Okay? Okay?
I'm going to be fine.
So
right.
For those of you who do not know, we are having a Valentine's Day cruise next year from February 14th to February that whole weekend. And I think we leave on a Friday. That Friday night, we are going to have a red party, and so it's going to be very fun traveling with Without Excuses.
Yes. I'm excited about it.
Yeah, we're porting out of Miami, going to the Bahamas. And so I am going, for those who are interested in going, there's only a $50 deposit, I believe it is, and that'll hold you to October the 1st. And after that, the last payment isn't due until December, I believe. And so that's going to be very fun. We're going to have a ball. Not to mention before that, I know you can't make my birthday cruise, but that's okay. We are going to have a ball next year. I know. Let me tell you, I had made a post the other day, like, whoever ain't sure who I am to you by the time we go on this birthday cruise.
Y'all gonna know for sure.
Y'all better figure out who I am to you.
We're gonna find out.
We go because Erica Michelle is going to. I am cutting all the way up. Okay, you can either come and cut up with me, or you can wonder what I'm doing. But I would suggest
you show up.
I would suggest you to show up. I would suggest you show up. That's what I would suggest. For you to book a room. So, yeah, that's going to be fun. So, I'm excited. I'm turning 45 this year, so I want to bring that year in with a bang for sure. With a bang for sure.
Go Libra.
Go Libra. You know, we Libras like to have a good time. We do. Well, Libras like to have fun. And we won't. Libras do not like to party by themselves. Because, first of all, if we by ourselves, we're not going to party. We just going to be homebodies. But if we get with some people, man, we will show the people a good time. So that's why I love hanging out and all of that good stuff. So you got any last words before we let the people go tonight?
Oh, just thank you guys for listening, for tuning in and giving us your time. Please join us again next Saturday for another great time. We love doing the show with you guys. We love it.
We do love it. We do love it. And again, our apologies for the earlier technical difficulties. We know in broadcasting sometimes that happens. So we will be with you guys next week. You guys have a great day. If you are interested in learning more about the cruise, you can definitely, or any other travel needs, you can definitely go to www.lwetravel.com. That's lwetravel.com, and I can help you out with that. So you guys have a great night, and we will see great week, and do something great for somebody this week. Tell somebody they beautiful. All right, so we will talk to you guys next week. Thank you.
Have a good week.